Let's transport you back to the early 2010s, a time when flip phones were still common on military bases. Social media was just starting to connect deployed families back home. And overseas postings meant navigating not just the mission, but the chaotic local underbelly of poverty and opportunism. Our protagonist, let's call him Mike, is a dedicated U.S. service member in his mid-30s, stationed in a rugged, underdeveloped region where the air hangs heavy with dust and diesel fumes. The sun beats down mercilessly on cracked asphalt roads, and the constant hum of generators mixes with distant calls to prayer echoing from minarets. Mike's base is a fortified enclave amid the sprawl, a maze of sandbag barriers, razor wire glinting under floodlights, and Quonset huts that rattle in the wind, smelling of canvas and sweat. He's far from home, missing the simple comforts like backyard barbecues with burgers sizzling on the grill or his wife's laughter filling their cozy stateside living room. But duty calls, and Mike's committed, rising before dawn to the blare of reveille, his boots crunching on gravel as he heads to briefings in stuffy tents where maps flutter under ceiling fans, the taste of instant coffee bitter on his tongue to shake off the fatigue. Life overseas isn't just about the uniform. It's the daily grind of balancing family from afar. Mike's got a loving wife, Sarah, and a young daughter, Emma, back home, their photos tucked in his wallet, edges worn from constant handling, a talisman against the loneliness. Video calls are spotty, the connection lagging over pixelated screens, Sarah's voice crackling. "We miss you, hon." Emma drew you a picture. Mike's heart aches during those moments, a deep, hollow pang in his chest as he forces a smile. The base's mess hall chatter fading to white noise behind him. To make ends meet and keep things normal, he drives a modest, used sedan off-base for errands, picking up groceries from bustling markets where vendors hawk spices that sting the eyes and fruits piled in colorful stacks, or dropping Emma at the international school when Sarah's stateside work trips align with his rare leave. The car's interior smells of leather warmed by the sun and faint traces of Sarah's perfume from her last visit, a comforting reminder amid the foreign chaos. The area around the base is a hotbed of desperation. Narrow streets clogged with rickety scooters honking incessantly, panhandlers with weathered faces extending cupped hands at stoplights, and shadows where petty thieves lurk, eyes scanning for easy marks. Mike's heard the warnings during in-processing briefings in a stuffy auditorium with folding chairs creaking under shifting bodies. Watch your vehicles. Inspection sticker scams are rampant. Locals, incentivized by corrupt cops, spot out-of-date or fake stickers, break in, strip the car, and leave notes claiming items are secured at the station. It's extortion disguised as enforcement. Pay the fine or lose your stuff. Motorcycles? Keep the sticker in your wallet, they advise, or it'll get peeled off in seconds. Mike's vigilant, his sticker current, tucked safely on the windshield, but the undercurrent of lawlessness keeps him on edge. The click of his car, door locking a ritual, keys jingling in his pocket as he scans the parking lot under the harsh glare of street lamps buzzing with insects. One sweltering morning, the nightmare hits. Mike rushes out with Emma in tow, her backpack slung over her small shoulders, the air thick with the scent of blooming jasmine mixed with exhaust from passing trucks. He's running late, formation calls, and Emma's school bell waits for no one. Approaching the car, his boots scuffing the dusty pavement, he freezes. The driver's door is ajar, a thin scratch along the lock like a mocking scar. Heart sinking like a stone in his gut, he yanks it open. The glove box hangs empty, console ransacked, even Emma's forgotten coloring book gone. A crumpled note on the seat mocks him. Vehicle item secured at police station. Inspection sticker invalid. Mike's blood runs cold, then hot with fury, his fists clenching the paper until it crinkles, knuckles whitening. "Daddy, what's wrong?" Emma asks, her voice small, eyes wide with confusion. Internal storm rages. Not now, not the passports. The night before, forgetful as ever, he'd stashed his family's passports in the glove box. His for renewal, Sarah and Emma's for base access paperwork. Official U.S. documents, vital in a foreign land. "Damn it," he mutters, sweat beading on his forehead, not just from the heat, that powerless violation hitting like a punch. Someone invaded his space, stole his security, all for a scam. Rushing to the station, a squat concrete building with peeling paint, fans whirring lazily overhead, stirring humid air thick with cigarette smoke. Mike storms in, Emma's hand tied in his, her small steps hurrying to keep up. The desk officer, uniform rumpled, eyes bored under fluorescent lights, flickering like bad omens, glances up. My car's been stripped. Note says it's here. Mike demands, voice steady but edged with steel, handing over the paper. The cop shrugs, disappearing to a back room cluttered with confiscated goods, bags, electronics, papers stacked haphazardly on metal shelves creaking underweight. He returns with Mike's items, minus a few lost trinkets, but the passports are there. Relief floods briefly, but anger surges as Mike presents his valid inspection documents, the sticker gleaming current under the light. This is fake, he challenges, finger jabbing the proof. The cop's face shifts, apology mumbled, items returned, but when Mike demands a theft report, laughter erupts. Nothing stolen. It's procedure. Mike's jaw clenches, veins throbbing in his neck, that infuriating dismissal fueling the fire. They break in, take everything, and it's procedure. Internal monologue boils. These crooks think they're above the law, extorting foreigners like me. The antagonist here isn't just one person. It's the racket, embodied by the smug locals and complicit cops who enable it. Imagine the scammer, a wiry man in faded clothes, eyes darting like a predator in the market crowds, jimmying locks with practiced ease, the metallic scrape echoing in quiet nights, pocketing valuables with a grin knowing the cops have his back for a cut. The officers, lounging behind desks with coffee stains on shirts, dismissing complaints with smirks, their corruption as thick as the humid air. Mike's encounters escalate. Similar stories from base buddies in the chow hall, forks clinking on trays as they vent. Happened to me last month. Lost my wallet. Frustration builds, Mike's nights tossing on his bunk, sheets damp with sweat, mind racing. They targeted me because I'm military, easy mark. The disrespect festers, that underestimation of a soldier's resolve igniting a spark. They picked the wrong guy. Turning point arrives at the station's refusal. Mike's eyes narrowing, a light bulb flickering like the faulty lights above. "Where's my wife's passport?" he asks innocently, knowing it's there but planting the seed. Confusion ripples, items double-checked. Then, the pivot, "I need a report, passport stolen, embassy involved." The cop's boredom vanishes, face paling under the tan, stammering, "No need, everything's here." Mike insists, voice firm, internal triumph stirring. "Gotcha. They fear the feds." Report filed, embassy called, their crisp voice over the phone a lifeline. "We'll handle it." Tension mounts as days pass, Mike's routine shadowed by worry. Driving with locked doors, glancing in rear views for tails, the base's perimeter wire a reminder of vulnerability. Revenge executes with precision. Embassy digs in, coordinating with local authorities, the scammer's procedure unraveling. Mike imagines the arrest. The wiry thief in his shanty home, door kicked in at dawn, cops, now under pressure, hauling him out in cuffs, his smug grin wiped away, protests falling on deaf ears. Fines levied, charges for stealing foreign documents sticking like glue. Mike's satisfaction builds slowly. Updates from the embassy via email on his laptop screen, glowing in the dim barracks. The keyboard clicks echoing his vindication. Weeks later, word trickles through base channels. Scammer arrested, fined heavily, facing jail for document theft. Cops reprimanded, racket cracked. Mike pictures the thief's shock, face ashen, hands cuffed, realizing his easy mark struck back. Relief crashes over Mike like a cool wave, triumph surging, validation sweet. They thought me powerless. Now they're the ones paying. No more issues, deployment ends peacefully. Stories like this remind us that corruption thrives in shadows, but shining light, especially from higher powers, can dismantle it. Karma is not always swift, but when it aligns with justice, it's unbreakable. Makes you think, how do you fight back against systems designed to oppress? If this overseas takedown had you raging at the injustice and cheering the comeback, slam that like button for all the underdogs out there and subscribe for more Reddit revenges that'll keep your sense of fairness fired up. Drop in the comments. What's your story of turning the tables on a scammer or corrupt official? Let's share and inspire down there. Your tale might be next. Thanks for watching. See you in the next Justice Drop.